Namaskar. Welcome to all of my respectable teachers, colleagues, students, all other participants and presenters today. Webinar 2020 on behalf of Billa Sankarpur Rajiv Gandhi Ayurveda Medical College and Hospital. Today is 5th September. We are knowing that is Teachers' Day, very auspicious day. And in the whole worldwide, we are knowing each and every human being, their life, their first guru is our parents. And afterwards, in our whole lifespan, whenever we are going to familiar with so many people, they are also teaches us so many knowledge and they are also enlighten our world of knowledge. So that's why today's the entire webinar we are going to dedicate to our first guru, our as well as our teachers, faculties, and the people who all time teaches us in our whole lifespan. So first, I'm going to this entire program would be inaugurated by our principal sir, Dr. Tapush Kumar Mandal sir. He is our principal superintendent of Billa Sankarpur Rajiv Gandhi Ayurveda Medical College and Hospital. And after inaugurations, he will give a very important and very informative speech towards our all audience and participants. Over the topic is Ayurvedic perspective view on diet and physical fitness. So I'm warm-heartedly welcoming our sir, principal sir, to start our inaugurations program along with his valuable speech towards our audience and participants. You start.
ओम नमामि धन्वंतरि आदि देवं सुरासुरै वंदित पाद पद्मं लोके जरारूक भय मृत्युं नाशं दातरमीशं विविध औषधिनाम. Good evening, welcome everybody. All are take my best wishes in this auspicious day, and in the eve of the National Teachers' Day, I first convey my great respect to my all teachers, seniors, and best wishes to my all colleagues and my students. It is my great privilege to announce that we have organized a whole month web seminar on behalf of our institution, and today is the inaugural date. I feel pleasure that the organizing team gave me the opportunity as a inaugural speaker. All of we know that whole world is under in a lockdown condition due to the corona pandemic effect. In relation with this, our Ayurveda has a great role to protect this life-threatening disease. Whole community wants a solution for relieving from this critical situation. So in this context, my topics is Ayurvedic perspective view on diet and physical fitness. Hope it will help you to gain some knowledge or some information regarding the Ayurvedic system role, that how to protect the health for a healthy individual. Now, just I discuss those who are not related with this field for their information. I here described some introductory part or the introduction of Ayurvedic system. That is, what is Ayurveda and what is the role or what is the aims and object of Ayurveda. I chronologically described you. Those who are already engaged or related with this system, they have already known that what is Ayurveda. But in spite of that, I again refreshing their knowledge. That is, the Charaka, great expert, define hitahitam sukhang dukhang aistasya hitahitam manancha tacha jatruktam Ayurveda sauchate. That means, what is Ayurveda? Ayur hit, ahit. That means the good, bad, happiness, unhappiness. That is the quality, quantity, everything. The subject, all which are related with Ayurveda, the subject is called the Ayurveda. We know Ayurveda is not only a pathy, it is closely related with the life, and it is a well documented traditional medical knowledge or system. More or less, old medical system in the world is Ayurveda. There are so many traditional systems are prevailed in the world, but if we go through the history of medicine, there we found that is our Ayurveda is the most oldest. It is the pre-Vedic, that is the pre-Christian era. Ayurveda has present in full fledged. We know the Veda is the main source of our knowledge, or in Indian civilization, mainly based on Veds, Sutras and scripts. Ayurveda is a part of Veda. It is, some experts said, it is fifth Veda or Upaveda. So, and the word Ayurveda composed mainly two words, Ayurveda, and it has three objectives. That is the homeostasis, that is Dhatu Sammo, a promotion of health and prevention of disease, Sastavitto, and holistic therapeutic management, that is Aturavitto. This is the introductory what is Ayurveda, and next I go through the aims and object of Ayurveda. What is aims and object of Ayurveda? The main aims of Ayurveda, that is Sastastu Sasta Rakkhanam Aturasya Vikaro Prasamancho. These are the most popular slok. We have already maximum Ayurvedic scholars are know that prevention is better than cure. That is, the Ayurveda gave an emphasis towards or to protect the health of a healthy person. Along with this, the another purpose of Ayurveda is to dharmartha kama mukhanam araggam moolam uttamam rogastasya apaharo taro sreyaso jivitasya. That is, the purpose of Ayurveda is to procure a good health, to accomplish a constitute duty, acquisition of wealth, containment of desire and salvation. So these four factors constitute the objective of the individual. All of we know that is the Charak explained in another chapter in his text, that is the Troyo Esona, that is the desire of every human. Three Esona, Troyo Esona means the desire of every human, Pranoisana, Dhanoisana and Paralokoisana. So here Dharmartha, Kama, Moksha, all are under these three. if a man wants to live peacefully or to engage or to maintain a good health, then he or she will follow the Ayurvedic rules and regulation, because our Ayurveda clearly described the do and do nots of our daily activities in all aspect. Next, the Ayurveda and the Swastha. Swastha means the health. Swasthastu swastha rakshanam. In my previous slide I just told. We know the terminology health, but the definition of health are quite similar to the modern definition of health described by the World Health Organization or WHO. But the word Ayurveda, I'm already told, the Charaka explained the Ayu and Veda through Sanskrit word conjointly produce the word Ayurveda, and Greek physician depicted that is the health is wealth. We know the Hippocrates, father of modern medicine, told as like our Charaka, health is wealth, that means Sastho is sampod. But our Ayurvedic scholars or Ayurvedic expert explain or described these topics before the Christian era. The concept of health in Ayurveda is most fascinating as it states, Sushtha avotishtate niragate neti sastha, which means absence of any disorder, abnormality is defined as sastha. In the same, who defined health is a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being and not merely an absence of disease or infirmity. So if we look after these two side by side, that is both are same. Next, that is the who consider health is a gross or combined association of well-beingness of body, mind with the environment, and later on which was coincided and reformed as the objective definition, which highlights the optimum functioning of individual organs and system in relation with other and freedom from any disorders in association with psychic and socio-economic harmony upon the psychosomatic and social harmonic convergence, but also has put the necessities. So in this context, our great expert Charaka also defined the what is sastha or what is health, or when a person feeling good both physically and mentally, that is samadosha samaganischa samadhatu malakriya pasanna atmendriya mana sastha iti vidyate. That is dos, agni, dhatu, mal, all are when in equilibrium condition, and when atma and indriyo all are in well and good, and along with mano, that is the mind, which is the super sensational organ and which is the controller of our karmendriya and gyanendriya, also are in a good condition, that is called the sastha. So the next, now I come to my original topics, that is the what is the role of diet to protect and enhance the immunity for individual as per Ayurvedic view in this COVID era. For your information, that is, our body has got its own defense mechanism against pathogen, thus imparting protection and also helps in prevention of decaying and degeneration of the body. This is the immunity. Immunity means the body's self defense mechanism, which Ayurveda denotes as Badhi Khamatto. We know every human have its own defense mechanism. When some foreign virus or bacteria or foreign particles invade in our body, or any poisonous item invade our body defense mechanism first protect it and try to kill it and maintain the normalcy of the system. And our immunity tries its best fighting and foreign pathogen. Ayurveda always aims in development of immunity at first before correction any disorder through intake of judicious diet, proper sleep, regulated bodily activities, and use of certain immune promoting and securing drugs. That is, prevention is better than cure. That is sastasto sastarakhanam. It is the first and foremost view of Ayurveda. The Ayurveda consider diet on one hand, hunger, and on the other hand, medicine to alleviate disorders. Ayurveda system accept the dietary item not only used for to satisfy our hungry, it also act as a potho or medicine which promotes our health. In this respect, Acharya Charaka has elaborately described the different provisions of diet in different chapter of Charaka Samhita, like the process of eating food, its quantity, quality, time of eating, seasonal diet, dietary preparation, effect of overeating, and much more. That is, during the intake of food, this such like of factors are always kept in mind. If any person or any healthy individual attains a good health, he or she must follow our dietary rule. Diet, Ayurveda explained in two types, that is wholesome and unwholesome, satmo and asatmo. Satmo means which is beneficial for health, that is our atma, atma. We are the Indians believes in the existence of atma or soul. So intake of anna or ahar is responsible for overall development and build up the body, and its proper digestion leads to formation of ojo or the immunity. That is, when we intake the aharjo drobbo, previous slide, go to previous slide. Intake of ahar, that is the Ayurvedic faculties or Ayurvedic scholars, Ayurvedic students know the ahar pak or the dhatu pak, that is the food item or dietary item which you intake, that is called ahar, or ahar then transformed in transformation into ahar ras. Ahar ras next transformation rasodhatu, rasodhatu transform raktodhatu, rakto mangso, medo, osti, majja, shukro dhatu, and finally the essence of all dhatus, that is the formation of ojo or immunity. It is the Badhi Khamatto, and it is our far and foremost demand to keep our immunity in stable condition or increase the immunity to protect the COVID like diseases. So in these substances, how we can selection a diet as per Ayurvedic view, that is resembles with, first we know that is the Agni, that is Agni is digestive fire, and in Ayurvedic field Agni implies or amplifies a great role, and we consider it equal to our digestive fire, and it is play a key role. A proper diet depend upon individual own digestive capacity. In Ayurveda, the digestive power or the Agni Khamata is given under priority in every aspect of living. If Agni is weak, then proper transformation of the macro product into subtle forms will be hampered, which will eventually affect the overall development, cellular function, osmotic and electrolyte balance, depletion of strength, complexion, improper functioning of sensory and motor organs, depleted evacuation of the byproduct or metabolic end product, and ultimately that may lead to systemic failure. So Agni or the digestive fire should always be powerful enough to digest any kind of meal. Sufficient proper diet must have good nutritive value as well as easily digestible, wholesome and beneficial for promotion of health and immunity, termed as Satmo, meaning which suits the self, which depends on different factors like season, quantity, quality, taste, intake time, etc. And it is variable individual to individual. Charaka described that food always intake in proper quantity for every individual as per Agni Bolo after digestion of previous intake food, and quantity, that is the matra siyasat ahar matra punar Agni Bolo pekhini. That is as per Ayurvedic rule, a person take food after considering that his previous intake diet is properly digested. After the previous intake food properly digest, then anybody can take the food. And next, it is the, as per Ayurvedic view, there are three principal meal intaken advice are given in our text. That is 3 times meal, 7 to 8 a.m. in morning, that is the breakfast or the tiffin. It is always taken in light amount. And next, the principal meal or lunch, that is the time is 11:30 to 12:30, and which item is taken, it also indicated here. And next, the evening meal, that is 5 to 6 p.m., that is the supper or the dinner. After the sunset, Ayurveda advise not to take any diet. So if anybody wants to follow the Ayurvedic rule, then he can follow this time schedule. And next, how much, that is the quantity of diet, how can we assess? The one person, every person, quantity of diet, quality of diet are different. So how can we assess it? So for this purpose, just we go through, that is the ideal body mass index and ideal body weight. First we consider the ideal body weight, next to every person ideal body mass index, and what is the normal body mass index of every person, or women, men, obese, newborn. Here I just given a chart. To follow this chart, anybody can prepare his diet, or any qualified person can prescribe, a common person or the seeker person to prescribe his diet and his quantity. That is calorie intake, ideal body weight 30 calorie kg per kilocalorie per kg per day, overweight, underweight, elderly person and children. Here I distinctly mention, and how much quantity of carbohydrate, how much quantity of protein, and how much quantity of fat intake, it is also described. So anybody can assess this formulation and he can advise any person. And next I have already described the time schedule according to the day, how a individual can intake the diet in different time of daytime. I can already described, and my next slide gives you a idea regarding the seasonal diet and seasonal activities. Ritucharya, that is Ayurveda gave emphasis on Dinacharya and Ritucharya. There are 6 ritus in total year. Every ritu have some specific nature and specific characteristic. So among this seasonal, in relation with this seasonal characteristic, every person or individual person can adopt these seasonal measures. So first I just described the Hemanta and Shishir Ritu. Next you just go through the that is what do and do nots of the different season. And next Basanta Ritu, how a person can intake or what is his activity, that is the recommended diet, recommended lifestyle, and which are the contraindicated. All are ahar and bihar as per our Ayurvedic terminology are here distinctly mentioned. And next season, that is the Grisha, that is the 4th Ritu, and as per this prescription, any person can take his diet or he can measure the lifestyle and he avoided such like of substances. Next, the Barsha Ritu, and is the rainy season. During rainy season, there also here I described the lifestyle, the recommended diet, and the avoidance activities. Next, that is the Sharad or autumn, and now this time that is the COVID actually started from Grisha and it is still now prevailed. So already we have crosses another 2 season. Now this is the junctional period of Barsha and Sharad, that is the Ritu Sandhi time. So as per our Ayurvedic opinion, any person can adapt the measures, the incoming ritus, do and do nots. That is, at present situation, we can adopt the Sharad Ritu measurement, gradually left the Barsha, that is Barsha rainy season measurements. By this, our body will gradually develop the immunity or adopt the seasonal variation. So next, the diet as per the Prakriti. My next is Prakriti, that means the body constituents. The Ayurvedic scholar already knows what is Prakriti. Prakriti means the constituents or the basic characteristic of every human. We know that every human characteristic is different due to the existence of our Prakriti. Prakriti are 3 types, that is Vata, Pitta and Kapha. If we consider its modern gene, that is the chromosome study, there we found that apparently they are physically they are same, but if we study the RNA DNA, there are chromosome or genealogy, they are different persons. So as like our Ayurveda are accepted, that is the Vata, Pitta and Kapha, these 3 basic factors are responsible to settled every human body structure, তার mental structure, physical demand, or his everything is depend on this prakriti. That is Bato Prakriti has different constituents, his desire is different, his activities all are different from Pitta or Kapha. But generally we found the both are triad, that is Bato, Pitta and Kapha Prakriti, that is three Prakriti or the Prakriti. Eko Prakriti, that is singular Prakriti, is very rare because three Prakriti are conjointly present in our body, and some Prakriti's characteristics are more prominent, which are in relation with the next Pitta or Kapha. So a Bato Prakriti person, which type of item can intake, there I clearly mentioned in this chart. That is the Bato constitute person cannot take such like of item, that is the no means Bato Prakriti are not taken this item, because this type of item can aggravate his dosas. Dosa means the impurities, that is our Ayurvedic pathogen or Ayurvedic pathology system mainly related with the three dose theory, that is the Vayu, Pitta, Kapha, or another prospect they denotes as dosa, that is when they are in balancing condition, they protect our body, nourishes our body, but when they are in increase or in decreased condition, they consider as dosas, and they are produce so many abnormality in our body. So such like of item if we intake then or consumed, so this type of dosas are aggravated, or this type of food item or the activities balancing the dosas. The next what? Hello. Next,
Yes, sir.
normal diet plan. Next, that is a normal diet plan. That is along with this, here I just prescribed a normal diet plan for every individual. That is the drink water in whole day. That is, or meat indicated once in a month, but sweet, eggs, potato, poultry means poultry meat, or fish and seafood are intake weekly. Daily intake, that is the cheese, yogurt, olive oil, fruit, legumes, vegetables, whole grain bread, pasta, rice, etc. are these are the daily and daily physical activity. It is the normal diet plan for every individual. So to protect our body, combat with these corona like diseases, every person can adopt just like this diet plan. And next, that is as per Ayurveda, the another factor we they consider during the intake of meal, as Bhagbhatto in this context, Bhav Prakash mention Assiniyat Tana Mana Bhutta Purbang Tu Madhura Rasang Modhya Amla Lavanam Paschat Kotu Tikta Kasayakam. That is, in Ayurvedic concept, all the drobbos consist of 6 rasas, that is Madhur, Amla, Lavan, Kotu, Tikt, Kasai. And When we intake this item, there we intake all the item in a chronological manner, because if a person follow this chronology, so it is easily digest, and it also depends on his constituents. Sweet is the fast, as per Ayurveda indicates. During the intake of meal, sweet is the fast take position. Madhur rasa, due to its aggravance of physical appearance or panchabhautikatva, the madhur rasa is heavy, so all the person are madhur rasa intake fast. And next, amla rasa item are intake. Next, salty or laban. Next, pungent, and finally astringent and bitter. These 6 rasas are plays a very distinctive role to the promote the good digestion. And next, that is 5 eating rule. Here another, there are so many intake methods we used. Chobbo chosso lejjo peo. Our Ayurveda explained that is chobbo chosso lejjo peo. That is the 4 method of chobbo chosso lejjo peo, 4 method of intake of food. But here again I just described the 5 eating rule. The how a person consume the food, or these 5 factors are always noticed in his mind during the intake of food. That each meal should consist of all 6 rasas. Or next, do not drink water just before or immediately after a meal. Sip little water between eating a meal. While eating, always leave 1/4 of stomach empty. Never eat too much. Never eat incompatible food item like fish and milk, citrus food and milk, hot and cold potency food item. That is Sanjog Viruddha, Sanskar Viruddha, Ashtavidha, Ahar Ayatana, Charaka described in Annopan Vidhi chapter, the how a person can take the food item, and during intake the food, he always kept in mind this Ashtavidya Ahar Ayatanas. So because the Sanjog Viruddha, that is the different component are produce the toxic effect in our body, and in the sip little water between eating meal, that is the during the meal always intake of water. And next, while eating, eat heavy to digest food item first, followed by light food item. That is the Guru Drabya intake always in fast, and later, and finally light food item he intake. Next, Ayurveda diet principles. Ayurveda diet principle means there are some rules along with this. Don't suppress appetite. Eat whenever you feel appetite. Eat 2 times a day. Mainly there are 3 times, or I have already described. In morning only light diet, but mid meal and evening meal always in heavy. Don't overeat. Eat food in their natural form. Eat food within 48 minutes of cooking. That is the fresh intake, always fresh food after preparation of fresh food. And eat food cooked at home. Eat food with a calm mind. Eat food cooked at home and eat food within 48 minutes of cooking. These 2 rules are very much appropriate with this COVID. There are so many rules and regulations are regularly prescribed by experts in different journals, different media. There we found that is the always intake plenty of water, advise intake plenty of water. We always advise intake homemade food and always intake the fresh food. Next, Ayurveda diet plan as a standard diet plan. Here I just give a short description. The what is Ayurvedic diet plan and in relation with standard diet plan. So please just go through this. Slide. Here I am not go through details in this slide. You just look after briefly. That is the in 7 a.m. Ayurvedic diet plan. Kulotho, Mudgo, Juso or Cap, Garcini, etc. Next powdered Bengal gram, 100 gram. 1 p.m., 4 p.m., 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. There are 5. The total diet time is splitted. 7 a.m., 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 4 p.m., 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. That is the intake of food in less quantity and frequently. That is not intake of heavy meal in one time. And it is also in very much important during this present COVID situation. Next, here I give some Indian recipe and their nutritive values. If anybody wants to go through this my slide, he can easily identify the different food item, which item carries how much calories. It is clearly mentioned. So if anybody wants to follow his diet chart, he follow or he make his own diet chart, he can easily help this prescription. And next, that is the normal daily diet schedule. Now I go through the normal daily diet schedule. That is when a person can take the food. I have already described the time, but again I describe a prescription, or here give you a just formula how when intake the food, how much intake the food, that is time of consume the food and the food item. That is the timing is after waking up, intake 1 glass warm water with fennel seed or ajwan. Next in 6:30 a.m. 1 bowl of seasonal fruits plus 1 cup of coffee or tea. And in breakfast 8:30 a.m. 1 medium cup of steamed sprout with cucumber plus cherry, tomato and green salad. In mid morning 10 a.m. 1 fresh apple or any fruit or 1 boiled egg. Or in lunch 1 p.m. 1 bowl of salad, 3 bowl of rice or 3 roti with green bean, leafy vegetables, 1 bowl of dal or egg or fish and 2 pieces of chicken. And in the evening it is divided into 2 parts, that is 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. 1 cup of green tea with handful of roasted chana, and 6 p.m. 4 to 5 almonds plus 2 to 3 walnuts. And dinner within 8 p.m. 1 bowl tomato soup, 1 bowl khichdi rice and 2 roti plus salad plus fried veggies. And before bedtime, that is the before the night 9 p.m. 1 glass warm water or milk. And sleep is within 10 to 15 p.m. After that, the sleep is very much unhealthy. And in these regards, again I described here some benefits of proper sleep. In this nidra, Nidra also played a very vital role to maintain a good health, both the physical and mental health, because Nidra or rest, if a body or as a human person exhaust, that he can take rest, and rest is one of the best process is sleep. Nidra is such a condition on which every aspect of life, from health to disease, nourishment to malnourishment, sexual desire to impotency, consciousness to unconsciousness, intellect to not intellect, and ultimately life and death depend. Sleep observed ultimately excessively and negatively can be the cause of destruction of happiness and life. And in this context, here I just described what is the importance of Nidra. Nidra itang sukham dukham pushtikarso balabalam visota klivata jnanam ajnanam जीवितं न च अकाले अति प्रसंगच्च न च निद्रा निषेविता सुखायुषी परकुर्तात कालो रात्रि विपर्जया. That is the importance of Nidra. Charaka clearly distinct. They what is Nidra, what is its utility, and next बोलते. And the meaning of the slokas are here I just described. You go through the slide, there you may found what is the Nidra, what is its importance in Ayurveda, and in you already the Ayurvedic field person are already known the Traya Upastambha, that is the Ahar, Nidra and the Brahmacharya, three teapots of life. Our life is exist on this teapot. I have all described the importance of Ahara, and along with this Nidra also a very important factor. If the person, every person have need a proper sleep to maintain his physical and mental health. Here jadatu manasi klante karmatman balo ma nita visayascha nirbantante toda sapiti manava. That is the next. Every person have need some rest after some exhausted exertion, and Acharya Charaka says that Nidra is a special state of mind in which the mind gets temporarily detached from the sensory and the motor organ because of tiredness and remains in a state of resting phase. From the time of creation, the living kingdom after a day had straining work takes some time to be fully rehabilitated and functioning in the next day, so its beneficiary flora and fauna. Some scholar says it is temporary state of detachment from bajya, visaya or worldly activities. Nidra is one of the adharaniya vega also, non-suppressive urges, which suppression may lead to many sharirik, that is the physical and mental vikara or badhis. Next, that is what is the position during the Nidra. Every human during the sleep body gets fully recharged and repaired by itself, and the brain process the next day event and sorts them out. Some sleep more and other less, but both may be normal for the individual, such and such. Every person have minimum needs of sleep 5 to 10 hours per day, although infant and children sleep more. I here give a description, that is the newborn infant needs 6 to 20 hours need sleep requirement, children 12 to 14 hours, adult 7 to 8 hours, and old above 5 hours. And next, that is the importance of yogasana or meditation and exercise. Nowadays world are very much eager, or very much all the world now very much eager to practice the yogasan or yoga or the meditation and the exercise. And as like our Ayush also prescribed a prescription to protect the corona or COVID and to enhance our immunity. They are specially they prescribed some formula medicine, there are some dietary item and especially some yogasana item. That is, yogasana plays a very distinctive role, not only this COVID situation, it also necessary in the whole life, and it is a part and parcel of Ayurveda, because Ayurveda and yoga or yogasan both are vice versa. Exercise are a daily requirement of upbringing a stout and steady body. But if one does yogasana along with exercise, it makes the mind also a strong one. Ayurveda not prescribed yogasana for build up the body. It is not prescribed for bodybuilder. Yogasana practice for to maintain the normalcy of health or to enhance the immunity. So the yogasana is indication as per Ayurveda for the healthy individual. So in the present scenario, all the individuals have started neglecting yogasana and exercise both. We the modern people are in the digital age, we are fasting, all are fast, all the activities are moving fast, so we are regularly neglecting our yogasana or exercise, which has started to yield effect. Hence many victims are falling ill or suffering from mental disturbance or mental dissatisfaction in every activities, and because of sitting idle without going outdoor, obesity, drowsiness, fatigue and other lifestyle disorder are gaining peak. Even psychological problem like depression, anxiety, irritation are rising from the previous year. So in this context, one should safeguard his health by regularly balanced physical activities. If we go through the present scenario or the present community, there are some life-threatening or socio-economic disorders are found, or these disorders also draw a very bad effect over the human society, both physical and mental. And due to this stress and strain, some life-threatening disorder, just like cardiological disorder, just like diabetes, just like hypertension, and just like sleeplessness, such and such body or disease are gradually increased day by day due to the less practice of our physical exercise. The word yogasana is composed to Sanskrit word yoga, that is meaning of union, asana means the posture, so it's the union between the body and mind. So yogasana is something different than other physical exercise or vyam. Yogasana involve posture at the same place, and one can practice yogasana even indoors. The proper time to do yoga is early morning, and one should do it at least for 1 to 130 hours daily. Often yoga and meditation are used synonymously because they are vivid effect on the mind. Meditation involves rather unique set of activities. Some believes that meditation involves only sitting in siddhasana posture, calm and relaxedly, remembering the name of God or happy moment of the life. But it is not true. Meditation is a mode of achieving inner peace and a detachment from the worldly desire for a time being. One can find peace by either reading books, listening to spiritual song, writing a daily, or doing yogasana. In fact, meditation is the ultimum key to gain spirituality. India is a land of spirituality because our Upanishad is the base of the meditation, and Upanishad is the part of Atharva Veda. So it is all the world accept India is the land of spirituality. So it is not difficult for an individual to find inner peace even after several conflicts within himself. It is our nature to always get involved in holistic hostility either with the friends or family or surrounding people, and because of this present scenario and financial downfall, becoming depressed and anxious is a major problem. Our India is the always believe Otiti Devo Bhavo or Bosu Daiva Kutumbok. Bosudhaiva Kutumbakam. This is our the Indian culture always depicted. So one must stay on the right path of finding peace in this pandemic situation or the sake of his her loved ones and own life. Next. That is my conclusory section or the conclusion part. Disease is always a psychosomatic or somato-psychic in nature, and diet plays a very vital role in this context. In Ayurveda, diet is used not only to satisfy the hunger and appetite but also used as medicine, Aushodhi or Potho. Charaka explained elaborately in this respect in his text on different aspects like quality, quantity, intake, time, season and preparation process of diet, etc. Specifically for every individual, that is according to Prakriti, that is basic constitution, and Agni digestive power, overall Anno or food item is responsible for build up our body, and after proper digestion it finally is responsible for production of Oja or immunity. This immunity is responsible to protect every individual against the decay and degeneration of the body. Charaka distinctly mentioned that is Baladhikam Aragyakam. That means ball or Badhi Sharir ball, that is the physical strength is responsible to protect the Badhi or cure from the Badhi. And this ball or physical ball depends upon the intake of proper diet, intake of proper activities. That is, if we consume both the ahar bihar injudiciously, then we increase our physical strength and as well as mental strength, as well as our immunity, or enhance our sapta dhatus and physical fitness. Everyone must follow some easily practicable yogasana in this respect. In yogasana aspect, everyone can practice some easily yogasana like Kapalbhati, Surya Namaskar, Padmasana, etc. And meditation for a minimum 30 to 45 minutes per day. And this type of yogasana need not any expert opinion. Everybody can practice it by his own. Add it in his daily routine. Daily 6 to 7 hours good sleep is essential for every individual for avoidance of anxiety, depression, grief, stress, strain, fear, etc., which is very much desirable in this global pandemic situation. And finally, I conclude my session. I hope that everybody gets some knowledge or some information from my topics, which will help you to fight with the corona or this COVID, or to protect the normalcy of health. And finally, I told Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhino Sarve Santu Niramaya Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhaga Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you. Good night for your patient hearing.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable presentation. Now the session is for queries. Anybody is having any query, they ask the question directly to our sir. If anybody is having any question, any queries, you may ask the question. I think, sir, nobody is having any queries because you already explained elaborately about all the basic, what the basic was there, I mean, regarding the Ayurveda and all. So we are very to get you by this very knowledgeable speech. So today now I'm going to announce, tomorrow also we are having two presentation. First talk by Dr. Shuman Sharkar. The topic is concept of Arbuda, way of understanding. The timing is 5 p.m. And another presenter is Dr. Srilavna Ghosh. The topic is coronavirus effect on manasik swastha of an individual at 7 p.m. at the same time, just like today. So we are also expecting the same, participant. Also, they will be coming tomorrow. And today we are now to finish our this session for tonight. And so many thanks to everybody for staying here for with your patience and all. And hope tomorrow again we will be meet here. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, good night. Namaskar.